adventure in Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Like I never could on my own. Start the countdown, let's get it on. Scream my lungs out to our favorite song. 'Cause this is where I belong.
This is Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm here with
Sebastian from Simple Plan. How's it going?
Oh, it's going amazing. How could it be bad? We're at Welcome to Rockville, man.
I know, it's our first time here, I think. We're very happy to be playing.
Really?
Yeah.
So I know you've probably played other Wimmer festivals, right?
Man, we've played a little bit everywhere, these types of festivals around the world. One of the biggest ones is in Germany, where they have this big
Wacken?
Rock am Ring, I think, on a racetrack.
That one.
That's huge. That's super fun.
It's kind of wild how many festivals, like I do Download, that's a racetrack.
Mm-hmm.
How many are in racetracks? But what a perfect place for it, though, right?
It's big, the amenities are great, and everybody's super comfortable.
So now, this is probably true in all racetracks. Let's see what you found out. I'm going to give you a trivia question. You ready?
Oh, sure, I just walked in. Let's do it.
See the colored seats?
Yeah.
Why are they colored?
I was going to ask you.
See? Look at that. It's so it looks like it's full.
Okay.
So on TV, it looks like the whole... And then even
That's
for the
kinda brilliant.
drivers, because if you look up there just sitting here, it's like it looks like the stands are full.
Wow, I've never been to a racetrack that had that big a slope though on the. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, I got to tell you something funny. Okay, so first time we came to Daytona, because this used to be in Jacksonville, and I have it with me now too. I brought my skateboard, and
Nice.
and I told the person that runs media, I said to her, I'm like, if I ride the wall on my skateboard, will I lose my media credential? She goes, probably. I'm like, okay, I'll wait till the end.
Right? Yeah, no, it's smart.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine, did you see that wall?
Yeah.
Could you imagine going on that skateboard? Like, I would break every bone in my body.
Of course, we were told on our way in that if you're not going at least 45 miles an hour, you're sliding off. So on a skateboard, there's just no way.
And I was told it's like 80.
Wow, okay, so
Imagine that.
your stats are probably better than mine.
Who knows? But you're here.
Yeah.
And it's a massive festival. And
Yes.
let me tell you, I was out there. There are a lot of people waiting for Simple Plan.
That's good to know, you know, like when it's your first time playing a festival, you never quite know what to expect. Although I think that festivals that are like sort of genre specific these days have gotten a lot more accepting of like different types of bands that show up here and there, and the fans just want a good show and just want to have a good time, really.
Well, that's the thing I love about the Wimmer festivals in the United States, which is how the Europeans do it, is I was out there to cover some show out there earlier, and there was some techno band. And then you have like Waka Flocka, you have Simple Plan, you have My Chem, Bring Me to Horizon, Foo Fighters. It's like all these genres that they're similar but may not be together are all here.
Yeah, it seems that the question that we ask the fans now is, do you love music and do you love a good show? Yes, then come to this festival.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, too. Like, to me, coming to a festival is not coming here. We were talking about this earlier, the people that go up to a rail at 11:30 and they never move the whole day. Me, I'm all about learning who's my new favorite band.
Yeah.
You know, that's the beautiful thing. Or even like a band like yours, there may be somebody out there or some kid out there that never heard your music, and they become a fan.
That happens. A lot of people have at least never seen us live, you know, so now they actually get to see us, get to hear some of their favorite songs, hopefully, and then go from stage to stage, stick around from band to band, and enjoy the whole day.
And it is a whole different experience to see a band live, okay?
Yes.
There's bands that I didn't really like till I saw them live.
Mm-hmm.
One of them played the other night, like Godsmack. I didn't like them till I saw them live, and then I'm like, okay.
That's good to know. We were on tour, on a Warped Tour once with a band called Don Broco, and it's after
Yes.
when I saw them live, I was like, oh my God, this band's awesome, and then I got into the records, so the live show got me in.
Same with tonight's headliner, Bring Me to Horizon.
Right.
I never listened to her music until I saw them at Danny Wimmer Festival, and I'm like, fuck, how did I not know about this?
Yeah, they're awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing them.
So, tell us what it's like for Simple Plan in 2026?
I got to tell you, life is good. I think like we've grown into this phase of our career, if you want to call it that, of our journey, where people come to see us, and we don't have to be promoting something that's current. Like we've always been sort of attached to our current video, our current single at radio, and that's not the case anymore. We show up, and people show up, and everybody's there to hear the old songs and some of the new, and we just want to give the best show possible and give the people what they want, and we just step on stage and have a good time.
Well, and you go cross-generational, and I can tell you this for a fact by what I'm about to say next, but also you never leave people that were your original followers. Like it's like a cult almost. Like one of my daughters was total hip-hop person as a teenager, but her favorite band from being a teenager is Simple Plan.
Oh, that's good to hear. Thank you.
So figure that out. Somebody that doesn't even listen to rock or punk or metal, you're their favorite band.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, that's something we've seen. People now come to our shows with their kids, so they're introducing a whole new generation. There's people that might have been too young back in the day to come see us, and now they're coming to see us. And I think like with our latest album, and I think that's sort of the inspiration for our next one we're going to make, is like we're kind of like diving in. We're just doing more Simple Plan, and we like it, and fans love it.
Well, people still relate to the lyrics. I know for my daughter that's true. It's like, the whole "I'm just a kid" is like probably her mantra then and still, And then I have my grandson out there in the crowd who will be at your set tonight out there, and he is a huge Simple Plan fan. So it's like you go from me to the daughter to the grandchild, and that to me is true music, when it can transcend time and multi-generational.
Wow, great story. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that.
Oh, my pleasure. So what else in 2026 can you talk about?
Man, it's one of the very first times that we've got the whole year mapped out. Like, we've got a bunch of these festivals throughout summer. Then at the end of July, we start on a big U.S. headline tour for about a month. Then shortly after that, we go on a big European tour for about a month. And shortly after that, we go to Asia for a big headline tour, Southeast Asia. So we're hitting Philippines, Singapore, and all those fun places that we love to go to. And then it's Christmas, and then we'll see what next year brings.
Right.
But we're working on new music right now, so that's coming in the near future.
I love that. So I always want to hear from artists that have been around as long as you have. How much harder is that creative process after you've created all these songs to create more?
It's not easy, I got to tell you. I think you kind of have to get out of your head, kind of have to do what you feel like you want to do, as opposed to trying to figure out what people want to hear. I think people that are looking for music like yours will find it, because there's so many ways to find new music now. And trying to convince someone that might not know you is not the right approach anymore for somebody that has dabbled, for a band that has dabbled on the pop side before. So I think we're just going to write songs that we love with the right energy, and then the people will either come or not.
And I totally agree with that philosophy. Like, as a musician, you need to be the fan of your own music, or else how is anybody else? And you're not going to be the fan if you're trying to appeal to other people.
I think we've written a few songs in the past that may or may not have made it onto an album that were like, okay, let's try this, let's see what happens, and that may not have come from the right place. So that's why they stayed in demo form, And now whenever we're like, oh, I really like this drum beat, let's go fast in this one. I like this hook, let's just go for it, and worry about the rest later.
We've also heard a lot of negatives for, how music has gotten with streaming opposed to the way it used to be and all that, and just how 2026 is compared to 80s, 90s, and how it is for an artist. I like a different spin. What would you say, as an artist, is the benefit of how music is now compared to when you first started?
Right. I think the best thing about the way things are now is very nerdy, but it is the data. You know, like I remember in 2002, 2003 when we were first coming out, we had to guess like, okay, maybe we have fans in Germany, let's go. And then you have to rely on a promoter that, oh, I heard people like you here, let's book a show for like 200 people. Let's go to Brazil for the first time because we think you might have fans there. Now you know where everybody is. You know what your strongest numbers are. You know where you have the most hardcore fans that come back month after month to keep on listening to your band, and that's how you plan your tours.
I think even to add to that you get to find out how to more cater, not to people, but cater yourself, but cater to what really works. Because you'll put up one reel, and you'll put up another reel, and you got to figure out why this one went viral and this one didn't.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes I guess there's a bit of luck in that, but I truly have to say I did not expect we would ever be in charge of our marketing as much as we are now through social media. You know, like 25 years ago, there was a whole department at a label that was to help you get the word out so that people would buy your album, and then that would benefit us because those people hopefully would eventually come to the show. You know, nowadays it's like do an interview or shoot half an hour's worth of content. It's like I think the content's more beneficial for the band. You know, you show more personality, you'll reach more people. You know, and there's all of that that's attached to it.
I also think people like to be able to have like what they feel is direct contact with you. They don't need a meet and greet. They can be on your social media.
That transition was kind of easy for us. Like we were the type of band back in the day that would go and hang out at the merch booth after the show because we wanted to talk to people. And even on our very first website, I think we had like our email addresses were on there, like seb@simpleplan.com. You could reach me that way if you wanted to chat, you know. And then so like transitioning to social media and reading comments and replying to people, that's just kind of like the band that we are.
Maybe even a lot easier. I come from the tape trading days and writing a letter, mailing it off, and you know, it's a lot easier just send a DM.
It kind of is, but there is a lot more noise as well. So you know, like to kind of
that's the bad part.
I guess that is the bad part. So, but you know, I from what I've noticed and what we do, anyways, I don't know if it works for everybody, but whenever it feels genuine, then it's going to connect to the people that can relate.
Sure. One story, good, bad, crazy, whatever, in your whole musical career, what sticks out of your mind most?
Whenever people ask us that, I gravitate to the very first photo shoot we did for the very first album cover. We're all sitting in a bathtub because we're like simulating that we ruined the whole wedding because we showed up and we crashed it. And we're in the bathtub with the bride and the bridesmaids are there, but we actually put water in the tub because we wanted it to foam. And then one of the lights fell in, so we all got electrocuted. And lucky for us, there was 5 of us because I think the charge split in 5. And then we all jumped out, power went dark, there were sparks everywhere. Like, we could have died right then and there before the first album even comes out.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was very scary. Everybody on set was extremely careful after that. But, I mean, yeah, we're here.
You're here. You're here at Welcome to Rockville. You're going like, I'm excited. Everybody else here is excited. And it is like the best festival for bands like you, which leads me to my last question. How do you feel Danny Wimmer treats the artists?
Oh, well, so far so good. I mean, it's everything's peachy. Everybody seems like they're in a good mood. Everybody's hanging out, and that's usually a good sign.
Right.
Like, nobody's in their trailer. There's like, and it's hot. It's very hot, but nobody's staying in the AC. Everybody's outside hanging out, talking, and having a good time, and that's usually a good sign that the festival's doing well.
Because it's a community now.
There it is.
And that's what it is. Well, thanks a lot for giving us so many years of great music and still killing it and going to give us new music, which I'm very excited about.
Yes.
And is there anything else you want the listeners to know that coming up that they should look out for?
Yeah, it's just if you follow us on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you'll get all the news. So there's more touring to be done. There's more albums to be coming out and released and new music and all the good stuff.
Nice. Well, thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Thanks for having me. Hey, what's up? This is Sebastian from the band Simple Plan, and you're listening to Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman. on W4CY Radio.